Let me tell you about the day that I've burned one pair of boxers, one pair of pants, and a second pair of pants.
Such another promised land.
Hola YouTube, my name is Ricardo Lino and I'm a wheel addict. Today it's Tuesday and it's been 3 days since I went to this event in the north of Portugal in a place called WHEELADDICT Hospital. And let me tell you what happened. So, as you guys know, I love skating, all types of skating, and downhill is one of the things that I do. And I used to do it in the mid-90s or something, but I never really did it properly. When I lived in South Africa around 2017, I started doing it more often, and there was a time that I was doing it almost every weekend. I would do it in between friends, but I never really did it in a big group of people. No, I lie. There's a video here from one of my trips to Brazil, also in 2017 or in 2018. I ended up going downhill with a lot more people, but it's just something that I don't do it often. So there's this guy from Portugal that contacted me saying there's going to be a downhill event if you want to go. It would be very cool if you could come. There will be a lot of skateboarders, there will be people with trikes, there will be people with street luge. And I was like, well, I would love to, but it's really far from where I live. So I live in a place called Sines, and that thing was, like a 4.5 hour drive. And for me, just to drive by myself, we all know that the gas is not that cheap anymore. So I was kind of like trying to find a way to go. And then suddenly my dad was like, if you want, I would love to go with you. At first I was like, really? But then it's like, yes, why not? My dad used to go with me to all competitions when I started aggressive skating and all that, because I'm, again, small town, not a lot of people to skate with. So when my dad said he wanted to come, the whole thing became completely different. It's like you're now not going just to this event, but you're gonna have some time with your father, which is like, it's a big hero of mine. So it was awesome to go with my dad. My dad doesn't skate, but he's been going with me everywhere in terms of skating. He used to take me to a lot of speed skating competition. He took me to my first, in the 90s, downhill competition where I was a Portuguese champion, like 95, 96, I don't even know. But that was one single event and whatever. So my dad was also curious. I think he was also curious to see. So this last Saturday, we left my place at 4 a.m. 3:30 I was awake. Around 4 a.m. we were leaving, and I got to WHEELADDICT Hospital 9:15, 8:30, something like that. When we got there, there was already a lot of people staying there because the event was 2 days, but I had to decide to go just for like 1 day, go and come back the same day because of my family. And Sunday is a day that if I can, I'll prefer to stay with my family. So I had 1 day and I had plenty of ideas, lots of setups that I wanted to try. I knew there was going to be like a bus going up and taking us all the way up. But when I got there, it was all like very rushed to just get all the products together. And the guys that were there from the day before, they've seen the circuit, so they're like, yeah, it's quite hardcore. So I just put all my stuff together when I got there, got my skates, got together with everyone, and I started going up. My dad was actually on my side on that bus when we were going up. It was cool. We went up, we saw the whole thing, and the more I was going up, the more I was like, whoa. Just to be fully honest, like the hill, like starting going up, that was the hardest part. And I was like, wow, that doesn't seem like an easy turn. It's like plenty of like very tight turns, like 180 degrees almost, I would say. A lot of those, and then the things started getting like a little bit different as I started going more up and up and up. So when we got to the top, to be fully honest, I didn't really knew how it was going to be. But seeing like 70 people, there was 70 people there. I've done 2 runs. I didn't have my camera on me. There's a couple of inline skaters. I didn't even have my camera on me with my first runs. And check this out. Second pair of pants in 2 runs. We started with 1 at a time, now then 2 people doing the hill, and now it's gonna be 4. Everyone is changing wheels. Let me show you the view. There's lots of skateboarders, street lugers, trikes, and it's probably the most technical hill that I've ever done. So enjoy. What do you have to say about this hill?
It goes very slowly. I'm beginner. It's dangerous. You must to slide. You must to stop. You know, you need to know where to stop and where to get speed. So 20 times and you're better. But no wheels in the end.
First hill that I did, again, remember I told you at the top it was more like mellow, not that hard, but the more you would go down, the tighter the turns would be. So I did my first turn and I fell 3 times. First fall I burned my pants, my jeans. Second fall I burned my boxers. Third fall, bum on tar. I go down, I change my pants, come up, and I fall again. When I fell again, pants went right away, boom. The pants that you are seeing in this video, me skating in this video, they ripped right away. From that moment on, every time that I fell, which was 2 more times, I was skiing on tar. So the reason why I fell was because I was just not used to that type of turn, and especially coming from that speed. I didn't really know how to react. I didn't know the circuit enough. I should have been there the day before. I should have gone down. I didn't know the circuit. It's very long for me to memorize the whole thing. So it took me quite a bit. Only after 3 runs, I did my first run without falling. And then trying to get better on my 4th run, and a girl just actually broke her feet in front of me. So then I was like, no, I'll stop for now, I'll go for lunch. So I went for lunch, and then I came back with the goal for making 3 runs, where the first 2 would be to get better, and the 3rd run then I would film. And that's exactly what I did.
Y'all don't know this, y'all in danger, I'm a threat. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger, I'm a threat. Y'all don't know this, y'all in danger, I'm a threat. y'all in danger, I'm a threat. Threat, 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 threat. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger, I'm a threat.
So I would say that my last run was the best. It still felt a bit sketchy. It still felt like I was not always doing the slides the way that I wanted and sometimes lose control. I'm happy that on this last run, I didn't really fall. I fell after finishing it, but it was not a bad fall. But by this time, I was already so messed up that when I went to the ambulance and asked them to disinfect, they just told me like, look, it's bad. You have lots of tar, so we can't do it here. You need to scratch it. So what happened is after finishing that, I had to drive for like 5 hours again, and it was around 1 a.m. I would say, when I got in the shower, and there I was with a towel and soap trying to clean the tar. It's been 3 days, and I haven't been really sleeping properly ever since Saturday. It's getting a bit better, but just now I had to go to the pharmacy to buy some cream because it's still not good. Yeah, but that is it. That's what happens. I had protections. You saw me with a helmet. I was skating with a S1 helmet, which is awesome. I really enjoyed it, honestly. I was skating with this helmet. Then I was skating with the Inui slather gloves. No problem at all with these. They worked really good for that. I didn't got any problems in my hands, as you could see. I don't have them here, but I had some G-Force knee pads. And yeah, I was missing some crash pads, and I realized that most of the people that were there were using crash pads or some type of leather protection, and I didn't use any of that, and that was a mistake of mine. Now, other than that, if you were wondering, I was using the Micro MT Plus with the old Seba 5x90 frame. The wheels that I was using, because I only have 8, these are MPCs. I think these are junk wheels, same as MPC, 90 millimeters, and in the back I'm using the Icon. The Icon wheel didn't survive as much. And I had plenty of plans. Actually, the guys from Power Slide, they sent me some undercover 90 millimeters, which I wanted to use them, but I first wanted to make a run or two. But then after falling on my first run, I was like, well, I don't know if I want new wheels, let alone using my downhill setup that I have here. And I was supposed to test it. So I want to make a review of these, but not on this circuit. I need to get a bit more into downhill again to be able to make the downhill review of those frames, or the review of those downhill frames. But the truth is, I don't think I've ever done anything like these that we done over the weekend. That's more like free ride and not really the type of downhill that I've done more often in South Africa. When I first got to South Africa, people didn't even slide. They just pointed down and they go like turns and all that, but not with turns like the ones of this weekend. So it was a bit of a different one. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, and I want to do it more often. So yeah, I just wanted to share these with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would enjoy a bit more if I wouldn't be in pain. But yeah, you gotta pay to play sometimes. Next time I'm gonna take crash pads, and other than that, everything was awesome. So if the guys from the Alva Skate Fest will do it again, I'm gonna be there again. But even if they don't do it again, which I think they will, I may go back there because that was a very nice hill, and I wanna go to more of these downhill events. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Make sure to give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, thumbs down. But let me know in the comments what you didn't like about this video. And like I always say, just don't forget why we all started skating. And that is because it's fun. Cheers, and see you soon.